Well, Richard, welcome to the flight deck of Concorde. It's a pretty simple aeroplane in some ways because it's very conventional in half of its life, an ordinary aeroplane that flies very slowly, albeit it's a delta aeroplane, delta wing aeroplane that flies, in fact, for Concorde, twice the speed of sound. The 4 Rolls-Royce engines, which were developed from the Vulcan bomber engines, we would open the throttles fully for takeoff, and basically they would stay there for the trip until we throttle back to descend at the end of the journey. Really? Yeah. So they were getting about 5 or 8 times more thrust from the intakes than they would if they didn't have the intakes there at all.
Well, you guys were ahead of us, car guys, weren't you? Because, I mean, when you're in the air, it's a bit more dodgy than if you're on the ground.
There's a lot less to hit up there.
Well, yeah, you were free of
There's no arm coat to bang into. We were always doing what-if calculations in our head. You know, what if an engine failed now, where would I go, and those sorts of things. Most trips, something went wrong, even if it was a minor nature. Yeah. And an airline pilot today with modern engines and monitoring and so on would probably serve his whole flying career and not see a real engine failure. In this aeroplane I saw 5 engine failures 1 month.
Yeah, and of course the closer you got to your destination, the happier you felt, in a way.
Yeah, but I was always happy. I have to be happy having the privilege of flying this around, my goodness. It was a party aeroplane. It was fantastic. Great sets of privileges.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Tim. It's been wonderful, so absorbing everything here, and you know, the car we've got downstairs is absolutely nowhere near as complex as this.
I'm looking forward to it, Richard.
Good.
I really am.
So it won't take long at all, and so we'll go and do that now, shall we?
Super.
Look at the 917 from 1969. Interesting to drive, it was.
I bet. Wow.
Yeah,
it's
you could stand on that.
It's an art, isn't it? Do you have a shoehorn, please?
We raced with, of course, with helmets on, so that's going to take another couple of 3 inches. But
wow, so I've got to be even lower.
Yeah, but you're fine. Well, it's a car. It's got 4 wheels. It's got a steering wheel, so that's the basic bit of it, and the gear levers here. The rev counter goes probably higher than it says there, but we were only using, in race terms, I think 8,000 was absolutely, we wouldn't go more than that. There's a safety margin then of another maybe 500 or 600 rev before the engine would not work anymore. Really, it's an air-cooled engine, so very much on plain airplane principles. The oil temperature could go quite a long way high and it would still work.
Did you have previous experience of driving the model at all?
No, I never did any testing with the car at all. It was all done by mainly German drivers because that's where the car came from. Of course. And so I was to qualify for Le Mans in 1969. It was not easy. He's never been this fast before, and so it was going into the unknown really. A little bit like your supersonic.
Yeah, I think you're very brave.
Well, I think you're very brave. Boy, you're a lot cleverer than me, that's for sure.
I mean, lots of things happen in airplanes in flight, and you have plenty of time usually to deal with it before the Mother Earth gets you back again. But you know, you're inches away from trees and Armco and all those.
Well, yes, proximity. I mean, the circuits there were not as safe as they should have been. Yeah, drivers, as we know, are very dangerous here, and lucky to have survived it, really.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed sitting in here and listening to your descriptions, and
well,
I think the more I listen to you, the more I admire you and your colleagues in that era for not only pushing the boundaries of the technology, but being brave enough to be there.
Well, yes.
I can see all the marks in the leather steering wheel. They're obviously where
I don't know where
people's grip was so tight.
Yeah, sweaty palms. So there we are.
Fantastic.
Good.
Thank you very much.
All right. So you're down to drive it next week, is that all right?
Yes, I'll drive it at 5 miles an hour around the car.
Well, that's exactly what I did yesterday.